Life can get pretty tense sometimes, and I know that I've had one or two heated conversations that I desperately wanted to cool down. And in reflecting on those, there are some techniques that you can do in the moment to get yourself grounded and calm and present. The reality is, when you have a heated conversation and there are really intense emotions flying around, nobody is really listening. It's as if their emotional body just absolutely left the building, and then there's two physical bodies just going, rah, 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 and nothing is accomplished. People aren't really hearing one another. So it is most important for you to cool down a conversation so that you can have a coherent dialogue. Now, let's say someone is disagreeing with you and you know you're right. I mean, you know you're right. There is that ego part of you that is just so angry and needs to make your point. It is in that moment you need to catch yourself and breathe. I mean, really, take a moment and let that anger out. Release it in a breath. Because in taking that magic, delicious pause, you are getting your mind to connect again and refocus. If you just launch into whatever you want to say, even if you know for a fact that you are right, the other person is not going to hear what you have to say at all. So the first step is to breathe. And because energy is so contagious, that they will catch the contagion of calm instead of catching the contagion of anger. Now, let's say you had nothing to do with a heated conversation and you're just simply trying to cool it down. Again, your breath is going to help calm the other person down. Even if you're not saying, calm down. Is that the worst when someone yells at you, calm down? No, you need to be calm in order to calm the other person down. Now, if that person is coming at you with really negative energy, do not square off with them. Like an animal, if you're going head to head, your energy will appear as being confrontational. So move your body slightly. Allow that negative energy to roll off of you. Don't look them right in the eye. You can look away and say, I understand. I hear what you have to say. I understand. Now, in this heated moment, you have the option of really protecting yourself. Protecting yourself energetically, and certainly if you feel that it's going to get violent, you need to protect yourself physically by walking away, by getting out of there. But let's say it's just a heated argument. You want to understand that there are boundaries, even invisible boundaries. Now, I find it interesting when people naturally have gestures that echo these boundaries. So, for example, I've seen people, hey, I get. They go like this, as if they are putting an imaginary shield around them, protecting them from the other person who's attacking them, even verbally. You can take it one step further and imagine that there is this ball of fire around you, or light that is protecting you. You can imagine that. And believe it or not, it does have a protective barrier. So I want you to understand that even if you have something coming at you, you can still protect yourself while calming the energy down. It's very important, if you can in this moment, to not take the dialogue itself very personally. If you're not taking it personally, then you have the clarity and the focus to really keep your wits about you to calm the situation down. It's a little bit of an art form, but the more that you can catch yourself at the beginning of the conversation, the more that you can use that strength to carry you through until the situation ultimately calms down. Imagine it like a big fire, and your calm energy is that water that is turning it down into a very, very small embers on the ground. Look, life gets heated sometimes, but the more calm and cool and collected that we can stay, the more we will actually be heard.